Like we always do about this time, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, the home of brutal honesty, real hip hop music. And today, my special guest, somebody who's been on the platform several times. You know him as a host of the legendary podcast, Kickback Podcast, but you also know him from being in movies and acting in such films as Cutthroat Texas, Who Got the Bag, Streets
Mhm.
Ain't No Good. You know, we can go on for days, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But that's the homeboy, North End Floyd. What's going on, brother?
What's good, man? It's always good to be on a platform. I always tell you, bro, it ain't too many people that let me on a platform, man. You is definitely one of them for sure.
Yeah, man. Shit, it's to me, it's always been cool, and
Yeah.
I was talking to a kinfolk of mine who's from the North End, and
Mm.
whenever I bring your name up, he say, "I think that that's cool that y'all are cool like that with each other." You
Yeah,
know,
why not? Why not?
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. I mean, since I met him, I mean, you
I
know,
don't even I
he
don't
cool
see
with me. You know
I
what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't see no North End and South End when I talk to you, bro. I just see a real a real dude that I like how he move, I like his vibe, I like his work ethic. And I like his passion about what he doing. That's all I see. I don't see no sides no more. You know what I'm saying? I am North End Floyd, but it's bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So for sure.
yeah, man. Well, tell me about the progress of the Kickback podcast. I mean, you've had an extremely esteemed guest list.
Hmm.
You've talked to just about anybody who is anybody. What are the plans going forward for the Kickback podcast?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I've been low key thinking about like a live audience show, maybe next year at the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? Something small, maybe like 15, 20 people, live audience and taping and doing like that. But man, just progression, man. You know what I'm saying? With the details. I like the small details. So it might be like camera equipment, it might be lighting, it might, of course it's gonna be uh we trying to network out to, people all across the world that's doing things and making an impact. So that's the goal, man, just to keep progressing, for real though.
Yeah, man, that's real. Because I don't think we ever had when you say a live audience, that made me think of sitcoms, in
Mm-hmm.
particular sitcoms in the 90s, because
Yep.
they had live studio audiences
Mm-hmm.
within those sitcoms. And I was like, damn, Beaumont ain't never had a sitcom, you know what I'm saying? Ever.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
for
That
real.
would be
For
the
real.
first. You know
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean that's the goal. Like I said, something small, 15, 20 people. And just like I do the show, I just got people watching. Shit. So I mean that's the goal, man, to try to do something live, and then I'll just see what that goes after that. But man, I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna say it on your platform, dog, because I respect your platform, and I don't want to say it on nobody else's if that's the case. But also thinking about writing a book. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the early stages though. You know what I'm saying? So writing a book, man, that's another thing or whatever. So I'm low key trying to tie all that together, the book and the live show around the same time. If you feel the game plan. So
Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible that it could work out that way. I mean, I'll say more
mhm.
power to you because I'm writing a book right now too.
See,
So,
so then see
you
that's why
know
I
what
rock
I'm
with
saying?
you because we always, what I'm saying, they're doing the same thing. So,
Yeah,
that's the goal, man. It's just constantly just, what I'm saying, making shit happen. So
yeah. What I did want to ask you, because this, above anything else, this is a music platform. Have you heard any good music lately?
Freddie Gibbs put out like a little small little sample size, like a little 3 album track. Which I love Freddie Gibbs, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Freddie Gibbs been put. I thought he should have won a Grammy. And I ain't gonna lie, I know the clips. I know Kendrick at that particular time put out, but I bumped Freddie Gibbs the most. You know what I'm saying? Out of all those albums that came out.
Oh, so
Uh,
you like Alfredo?
yeah, the Alfredo
Yeah,
2. I
yeah.
think it's Alfredo 2. So I like that. I gotta look at my phone and see music came out because it's so much trash out there, bro, that it sometimes it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I might listen to a song or two from somebody, but other than that, that's about it. I know Drake dropped uh the Iceman album was all right, but the other two albums, maybe he was just doing that to get out of his deal, you know what I'm saying? But the Iceman album, it was all right. I just thought that I just think he wasn't having fun on it. I think he was just more concerned about what happened over the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That was almost like a vent album about what happened. It wasn't like the fun Drake albums that he be putting out and shit or whatever. But other than Drake, you know what I'm saying? I low key like Mozzie from the West Coast. I like his music he putting out.
He be jamming.
Yeah, Mozzie be jamming. I like Quiet Money Dot from the
Hmm.
H.
He about
I
to
like
drop an album
mm-hmm.
soon.
Yeah. I'm surprised he signed with Rec Shop though. I thought he was just gonna stay independent and then work his way up and probably sign like a big distribution deal with somebody. But you know what I'm saying?
If I can give you a suggestion on a rap album that you probably haven't heard or listened to,
Hmm.
listen to K Reno End Us Tree.
Okay, K Reno, yeah. I didn't know he dropped something.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very serious album. I mean, in my personal opinion, that album will be on my best rap albums of 2026 list.
Don't you got a song with K Reno?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. I thought you did. I thought you did a video too.
That we working on that part,
Okay.
but yeah. Um, serious. That I mean, just the title of his album alone,
Hmm.
it could be taken a couple of. It's almost like a double or a triple entendre. In
Okay.
End Us Tree. It sounds like industry.
Street. Yeah. Okay.
End
See-
Us Tree. It End Us Tree, and then if you look at the cover
mhm.
and the way the tree and all the branches and the words that are along the branches, you'll see that it means something a little bit deeper.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, so we getting back to that type of music now where it meant something.
yeah, yeah,
Not
like
that.
like yeah, like
Yeah.
ever since 2024, since the reset button has been pushed, rappers are rapping now, and people
Yeah.
know the difference between rappers rapping and garbage, and
Yeah.
they are readily identifying what is not rapping. And I love that because, this is what I had been talking about all those years when people were just worried about music that, for the vibe of it and, or,
You
for
you
the,
you you know what I think it is? I think the music industry and labels are understanding now that the trash rap that they put out, people don't really buy it. They don't really go to the concerts. They don't really download the singles. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
it's only surface level. So after a month or two, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody really listening to it no more. Now, if you go back to the guys that's really rapping, it's really the ones our age. You know what I'm saying? Where the fan base is still loyal. They still downloading albums. They still can go on tour. They still can go overseas. These cats nowadays can't even go overseas with what they rapping. And so that's what I think now. I think they realizing, man, we need to go back into investing into the ones that are really putting out music and that's in debt with the music. But you were saying like some people that I was listening to, and so I had to scroll. I had to look down and scroll and look at my phone and see who I had, which I had Wale. I like the album he put out.
Yeah,
Wale always
his album was good too.
Wale always been rapping. 38 Special. I like 38
Mhm.
Special. He put out an album also. Who else I got on here? I got Benny the Butcher. He put
Mhm.
out Ashes in the Safe.
Yeah.
Uh you know what I'm saying? I got a few twisted black songs up in here. This is some recently downloaded music and stuff like that. I think and then I got Larry June and Currency when they dropped Spiral Staircase. And
Hmm.
I could just keep going as far as that, but you know,
You said something very interesting just now because this ageism thing, like for instance, when
no, that's
Jay
gone.
Yeah, that's gone. And that's what I be trying to tell people because dog, ain't nobody under 30 rapping good no more.
Mm-mm.
Nobody under 30 is rapping
Trying to think.
good anymore. All the best rappers are 35 plus.
Nah, yeah, I'm trying to think, and I'm not trying to diss the young crowd. So I'm really thinking, who is hard that I like that is young that's really spitting, and
I can only name one.
who?
JID.
Oh yeah, JID. Damn, he
He's
under
the
30.
only one in his whole generation.
Yeah, I like, and you see how they do JID. JID said he didn't even get nominated for a BIT award. I mean BET award. He wasn't even in the nominations. He was in the Grammy nominations, and he wasn't even in the BET nominations. So that just lets you know how BET is trying to market what they got going on, bro. And that's
But
what's
he's
wrong with BET right now.
he's the only young artist who's rapping with any type of promise.
Yeah.
Everybody else is not.
Mm.
And all the classics and noteworthy or good, great music is coming from artists who are 35, 40 plus.
Yeah.
They talked about, they said um, a couple of people, not everybody, when Jay-Z did his freestyle recently. They said, "Oh, he's too old." But you can't name me nobody young who make music better than him, or who can go harder than him.
Or who
Like
could, or who would have done a better freestyle than him?
exactly, like
No beat or nothing.
yeah. So you can't. None of y'all young artists can do what he just did on
Yeah.
that stage. Like
But you know what I
so,
slept? You know what I slept on? The Roots picnic, dog. That seemed like that's something I need to start hitting. Like as a hip hop fan, like the Roots picnic, that's becoming like a staple in hip hop as far as something that you want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope for hip hop to have
I'm about
something
to I'm
like
about
that.
to ask you a question, but I think I already know the reason why. But let me ask you anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't they have one of those type of music festivals? And now that I think about it, they do. It's the Boomtown Music and Film Festival they have every either February or March out here. But
Mm.
I was gonna say, why don't they have a
Uh,
annual music festival almost like in the vein of a summer jam or in the vein of Coachella, Lollapalooza,
and
whatever concert venue you could think of. Why don't they have one for this area for artists in this area in particular? Because you can have one and bring big name acts and people gonna go, but there's artists here,
mhm,
and the artists here have to leave to go somewhere to perform.
mhm.
That's just the unfortunate reality of the place where we live.
And,
There are no venues. There are no venues, and there is no support. But
well,
I was just gonna ask you, why
I,
don't
I
they
thought
have a
I
festival?
thought about that. I thought about when that's what made me say the Roots picnic, and I was thinking like, why can't Beaumont have just like they have South End Day? And I was like, why can't something like that be for artists all over Southeast Texas? Not you know what I'm saying, like that particular gathering with artists from outside the area or from this area, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, you know what I'm saying, supporting music. And I think some artists think they're bigger than the program, because when an artist actually does get big outside, I mean in this area, then I think they feel that certain events out here is beneath them. That they might go do an event in Dallas or an event in Houston or something, and when it comes to Beaumont, they gonna be like, well, I'm bigger than that now. So now they think they bigger than the program. So you have to get everybody to fall in line, and that's a hard thing to do for a lot of people. They won't fall in line, man. And people just got to have pride in their city, bro. You know what I'm
I,
saying?
I agree with what you just said, but also a layer to that is also division. Unfortunately, where we live,
Yeah.
it's a lot of division. and the division goes for it's different ways you could take it or different ways you could look at it rather.
Mm-hmm.
There's division out here between young and old.
Mm-hmm.
There's division out here between people who might have issues or problems that are non-music related, but because they both in music, now it becomes a music problem as well, on top of being just an ordinary problem.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then just the competition that exists within rap music itself.
Yeah.
Every artist thinks that they're superior to the other. Everybody thinks that they are a better rapper than the other or have more money than the other. So that is always almost going to create some type of division.
I don't see a lot of networking either.
Yeah, you not, because there's
E-
division. I mean, uh,
Even with the young, I don't see the young networking with each other. I don't see the older cats networking with each other, doing songs and videos and all that. And I'm
I
like, damn.
tried. You got my. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I tried behind the scenes that
Mhm,
a lot of people don't know about. I tried to organize ciphers. That didn't
mhm,
work. I tried to
mhm,
reach out to people and collaborate. That didn't work. You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? That's one reason why I go to Houston and do all my music and collaborate more so with artists out there than I do out here,
mhm.
because there's division. Nobody wants to work. Everybody has an ego. People think they are bigger than the program. People think that, working with this artist is beneath me, or standing next to this person is beneath me, or whatever the case may be.
Let me
So,
ask you something, Brad. Do you think that artists out here they're not as dedicated as they supposed to be? As far as putting in the effort and the work. As far as the artists in Houston, that's why you're willing. That's why you're going out there and able to do videos and songs with them because they're more dedicated to their music.
well,
You
that's the dedication is a part of it, but where we are this is not a rap city.
you don't think it is?
It's not. It's a retirement town.
Mm,
This is a retirement town. And the music that the people in positions of power like is not rap. They like country. They
mm-hmm.
like rock and roll. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And that's the ones that they highlight and they showcase. And you could tell this when you look at events like the Boomtown Music Festival. It's almost like they treat rap like it don't exist. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
it's rappers from here, even the ones who have made significant progress, signed major deals, been on majorly released albums and put out music and stuff like that, they still ignore
Mm-hmm.
them. So I've only seen a glimmer of acknowledgement towards the hip hop community within this area. You know what I'm saying? Which is why most artists in this area, they don't really put credence into this area, because they know they got to leave this area to make a name for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think a lot of I think most of the artists really, and I think that's their problem too. I don't think they know how to network. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah,
you got a song with K Reno, you
yeah,
know.
yeah, but that also came from, like you said, that dedication, that getting up every day, even though I'm not recording, I'm still doing something
Yeah.
towards the music thing.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of what people think or not about the music that I make, if you know, if I go harder than everything that's in your phone, what does your opinion about my music matter?
Yeah.
It don't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It
Uh-huh.
don't at all. Like
Yeah.
it don't. And people have this measuring stick for what is success and what is not. And a lot of people equate success with money.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Or, they put everything into money. And that's cool if money is your God. That's cool if you worship, praise, and love money.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody in the world not like that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because I know that money don't excuse you from being a hoe ass nigga.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I know that when you can get a lot of money, but the only thing it will do, it will bring out who you really are.
It's gonna enhance the whole ass nigga in you. That's what it.
Right. You
That's
know what
what
I'm
it's
saying?
gonna
It
do.
can't make you cool because
Hmm.
you can't buy being cool. It can't make you player because it can't buy being player. You
Hmm.
know, for women, it can't buy you a relationship.
Hmm.
It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? You can
Yep.
maybe rent someone so that you can have a companion,
That's what
but
most of them be doing though.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's the way the world is moving. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a really on the cool. That's a whole nother. That could be a whole
Mm.
subject for a podcast by itself. Just
Hmm.
that right there. You know what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
let me ask you something, Brad. You always know when the music come out, man. What's something good we could expect this year though? Because you always have a list of who coming out and who dropping and all that. Do you have that list ready for the end of the year, or who's dropping, or some surprise drops, or man, what we got to look forward to, man?
I mean, of course, anything Nas is doing, they just put out AZ Do or Die 3.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
Nas is timeless, dog. Nas can rap in his 60s. You
I
know,
don't know what he's gonna do next, but I know he's before the end of the year he's gonna drop something. I
I,
know that with all the talk and the on the internet, Jay-Z is dropping something.
mm, you
When
think there's a
that
lot,
is, probably before the end of the year.
you think that's a lot of stress? You think that's a lot of pressure on Jay Z to actually drop something that, because he did the freestyle, and a lot of Drake fans was like, well, he's 60 years old or something, rapping about this and that, and that's when you was talking about the age factor thing. So is Jay Z gonna have to go back to his blueprint days, or can he rap to still gain the attention from people? Because he a billionaire now, so he's in different rooms, he's doing different things. He might say some different shit that motherfuckers can't relate to. You know what I'm saying? He might
I
be
mean,
so far past them.
I, PMC say rapper is only good as his last album. His
Mm.
last album was released 9 years ago, and it is considered a hip hop classic.
Mhm. What was that? The
444. So
444, yeah, for sure.
with that being said, I mean, the man could whether the music is good or not, he could still put out an album and sell a million records just based off who he is.
Yeah,
But
no lie.
now let's go deeper than that. Within the last since he's dropped the album, there's been this Jay-Z hate train that has
Mhm.
been created where people express how much they don't like him. They act like he's, and I'm not the biggest Jay fan. I think Nas is better, in my
Mhm.
personal opinion. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I don't think Jay is the worst rapper, and I don't think he's the best thing since sliced bread. I think he's right in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's deal with facts here. Jay has 5 classic albums. The
Mhm.
people who are comparing themselves to Jay-Z or trying to put themselves on the level of Jay-Z don't have a classic nothing, including
Yeah.
Drake.
Mhm.
So with that being said, the hate train, the people who have had a lot to say about Jay-Z, he has a lot to address.
Mm.
So that would warrant him putting out an album. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just one person he has a problem with. He has a problem with a lot of people. And
He do.
rightfully so, because a lot of people have said a lot of things that I felt like,
Yeah.
hey, eventually you're gonna have to answer for that what you said, or you're gonna have to deal with the repercussions of what you said. And now
I
that
know.
day is coming, because if you know Jay-Z, if
Mhm.
he spits a freestyle
Mhm.
that only is a trail, the beginning of a trail that's gonna lead eventually to an album. Back
Yeah.
in 2001, he would do Summer Jam.
Mhm.
Summer Jam would always be at the
Mhm.
beginning of the summer.
Yeah.
And then he would drop his album probably somewhere August, September-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just almost like a setup, like I'm gonna do Summer Jam and then the album gonna drop here. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that's strategic on his part.
Yeah.
But he's been doing that for years. So I'm kind of seeing the same setup happen again. And then we don't know who else is dropping this year. I mean, they talking right now that Kendrick Lamar is gonna drop something this year.
I hope Kendrick drop, man. I hope he don't wait. I mean, it's been 2 years since he dropped. I hope he don't do that another year from now. Like, come on, man. Like, I,
I
I
think
don't
that
like it.
he is the way the internet has been talking about it. He just dropped a new R&B artist the other day, just out of nowhere, and I
Yeah,
was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So his cousin dropped the album in February.
yeah. He had the song on there.
His new artist just dropped a album in the middle last week, like
Hmm.
Wednesday or something like that. Seems like they setting up a play to where that they all gonna be on tour together.
Yeah.
If
He,
Kendrick
he,
drop a new album, you know what I'm saying?
uh-huh.
So I'm looking forward to that because I'm a Kendrick fan. And then what I'm saying, there's gonna be other surprises. Because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somebody that dropped that we probably wasn't expecting to come out.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like somebody just totally unexpected and just drop something out there. I do think that we're gonna get a lot of good music. You know,
Yeah.
it's it's two songs out right now.
Oh yeah.
It's two songs out right now that are pretty much I would say they belong on the same playlist. Um, but I'm gonna ask you how you feel about it. I believe it's Young Miami.
I know you.
Uh,
That song is so detrimental to the youth. And I seen a rapper or something, and he was doing a video. I don't know if it was a remix or what it was, but he had a whole bunch of kids behind him singing that song. They singing the song, they turned up, and I'm thinking like, bruh, it's a mental warfare out here, man. They talking about scamming and jacking. You got kids 7, 8 years old talk about scamming and jacking. I'm thinking like when I was growing up, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like we was. I know times is different. I know the technology is different, but man, I didn't know about scamming and jacking and all that at 10 years old or whatever. And it's just now, man, like, man, bro, like the mental warfare that they putting on our people, man, it's just like, it's crazy. Now we wondering why all these teens committing all these crimes and stuff like that. It's because they being conditioned to what's going on. They hearing about murder, they hearing about scamming, they hearing about jacking, they doing all this, and they it's a repetition that they constantly listening to. So eventually that's what they go resort to. They be like, I'm finna jack or I'm finna scam them. They don't even know that they've been conditioned by the songs and the music throughout their life. And now, but I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, man, the way they be doing us, bro, is crazy, man. And another thing, Young Miami, I don't know how we just give her a pass off the Diddy thing. She was with Diddy for down there a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? And now she just clear. Now, we don't even bring up Diddy name with her. She was with this man for like over a year and some change. So I mean, we don't get to ask her no questions about what went on and all that. Now we got to be quiet about. So I think that's crazy how and you see how the game worked, but I think it's crazy how she went unscathed through the Diddy thing and everything else. Diddy was bringing chicks from different states. They tried to get them for when you bring the prostitutes over and shit. What I'm saying? They tried to ring the man collar for about 20 years from that. And I'm thinking like, damn, Young Miami was with him during these times, y'all. We not gonna just bring that up. And I'm pretty sure when she go on these interviews, she probably tell people, hey, don't bring up no Diddy stuff. So I think it's just crazy, bro, how I don't know who she got in her corner, but obviously it go deep, man. The game is deep, bro, for real. But hey, it got a little catchy hook, but that shit is so detrimental to our culture, bro.
I call that the prostitution anthem of the summer.
Oh, real talk. That's all she rap about. Since
I mean, that's what it is. And then there's another song by Megan. I don't know the name of it.
oh, it ain't came out yet though. I think it was a video. I seen a video of her on a boat.
Okay. That song is the whole encouragement song of the summer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen that. She talking about fuck marriage and all that. Now it's fuck marriage, but just like 4 months ago, you was all in love and cooking for the man and doing all this. So what kind of messages you trying to send to the girls out there? You trying to 4 or 5 months you was talking about the message which was love and how you had a man and all and you was happy. But now you sending a message that fuck marriage and you out all summer. So we confused.
The message now is whole encouragement.
Exactly. So you know what I'm saying, like, and it could all be a part of the play because now she probably finna drop an album now, and I don't think
Yes, and I
I
think that's the first single.
and I don't think I don't know if that album would have came out if she was still with Clay. I think they was just waiting for something to happen so they can go ahead and drop the album. And the game's so dirty, they probably could have sent somebody Clay way, see if he go break. See if he gonna crack or something like that or whatever. See if we go. Let's send somebody his way and let's send the paparazzi on him. That way, bam, we could catch him in the act. Megan go through her little thing. We drop the album this summer. We all make some money.
I'm waiting to
Nigga.
see how many records she sell. Uh, you
Uh,
did say something about the younger generation and what's going on in the streets right now
mhm,
because one would say we passed a state of emergency in
mhm.
this area. I do want to ask you about that because that's a serious subject that affects us all, and I want to see what are your thoughts on that.
As far as the crime that's going on out here,
Yeah,
man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody pointing fingers at each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say they got the right answer. I don't think nobody wrong and how they feel. People pointing at the parents, people pointing at society, uh people pointing at the OGs not doing what they supposed to do and all that. And like I said, it's a multitude of things out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, we really have kids raising kids, and them kids got older and it's not no family structure in the household, man. You know what I'm saying? So mama out working and young teen, the boy or the girl, they out doing their thing in the streets, man. Nobody has a purpose. And when you don't have a purpose and shit, you reckless. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these young teens out there, they don't have no purpose. They don't have no goals or nothing. What they do after high school. So if you don't have no purpose, if you ain't thinking about tomorrow, the next day, you go out there and commit a crime. You can go out there and jack and scam and do all that because you don't have no purpose and all that. So, and I think it's a lot going on, but it's going on out here, but it's going on all across the country too. Because if you look at other platforms in different cities from Baltimore to Louisville, Kentucky, and Bakersfield, California, Richmond, California. Um, it's going they going through the same thing, and everybody trying to figure out how can we fix this. And like I said, it's a multitude of things, man. You got the music out here, you got bad parenting. The culture is really fucked up, to be honest with you. And it, I guess you just got to start with one. You got to start with one. You got to start with your household, and then start with your nephews and your nieces, and then build after that. And everybody just got to contribute to it because I'm tired of when I look on the news, especially in this area. I look on the news as far as when a murder happened, it's always one of us. I don't know if a white person in this city got killed this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. If they did, maybe some drunk driving, maybe a wreck or something on a highway or something like that. But when it involves like murder and crime, man, I ain't seen one white person. It's always us. And I'm like, damn, bro, like they didn't like we so conditioned to hurt each other that it's almost embarrassing now, bro. Like, um, and then we got the outside looking in. It's us fighting us, and it's us fighting the world. So man, like I said, man, you just got to start with your household and start with your nieces and nephews, and it just got to take a team effort, bro. And I understand we ain't gonna reach everybody, but maybe if you reach one person, maybe that might inspire the person you can't reach. You know what I'm saying? It might inspire his homeboy to be like, "Oh, I see you doing your thing, bro. How you do that? All right, man. I'm rocking with you." So I mean, it's crazy out here, bro. It's just and it's a tough situation. But I don't feel nobody's wrong with the answers they get. I just think people pointing fingers at each other and shit, and I don't think that's gonna solve anything. And let me reinstate that it's a lot of good kids out there too. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of good kids out there doing their thing too. So I know we see what's going on in the news and everybody's talking about the teens, this. They got some good kids out there that's working, that's getting a trade, that's finna go to school or go to the military or getting into music or getting into acting or whatever the case may be. It's a lot of kids out there that's doing their thing too. So we can't let what the media shows us all the time be, what I'm saying, the whole example of the kids out there. 'Cause they do got some kids out there that's doing their thing. So salute to them kids out there that's positive and that's not in trouble.
Man, I appreciate you taking time to holler at me before we get up out of here.
No doubt, man.
Is there anything you got coming up or anything that the public can be looking forward to?
Just check out the YouTube page, man. North End Floyd, the Kickback Podcast, man. And what I'm saying? We growing. And I appreciate everybody out there that's been supporting the boy. Also, it's on the Kickback Podcast is on iHeartRadio and Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those good things. So if you need a good podcast to listen to, man, check me out. So, what I'm saying? Salute to everybody that's been rocking with me, real talk, because it's been a long journey.
Already, man. On behalf of North End Floyd and the good people at One Man Records, I am Cornbread Capone. This is Unpopular Honesty, home of brutal honesty and real hip hop music. Until next time, everybody, peace and love, because that's what the world needs in a major way. Peace,
Already.
love.